Oh hey, in this video I'm going to review a Rob Schneider film called The Chosen One. Now, although it's a Rob Schneider movie, it's not your typical Rob Schneider type fare. It's actually a great deal more dramatic than the usual stuff. Now, in this film he has a very restrained performance, unlike in, say, The Hot Chick or The Animal or Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, and all those other like wacky comedies he usually does. But that doesn't necessarily make it a good film. I personally, I'll tell you what I think after I review it first, alright? How about that? Okay. Now, basically, The Chosen One is about a car salesman who's depressed after his girlfriend left him for a yoga instructor, I believe, and his name was Paul Zadzig. And, he's living a really depressed life, and he's a car salesman, and he in the first scene, he tries to set his house on fire, for whatever reason, I guess because in another scene, he tried to commit suicide, tried to put he tried to hang himself in another scene, and, I was really like, okay, wow. And basically, it's about, he's suddenly visited by these four people, a woman, let me see. It doesn't say her name here, but he's visited by a woman and three shamans from Colombia, called I don't know if they're related to the Kogi Mamas or something, these three Colombian shamans who come from a tribe in Peru. Colombia, which is pre-Columbian culture, their culture is still intact despite years of conquistadors in their country and all that stuff. And they have a very spiritual lifestyle. Honestly, it's probably the best aspect of the entire film, in my opinion. The very spiritual, trance-like, dreams that he had in the film, which were influenced by the shaman and all that. And the movie has its funny scenes. It's not like a straight drama. It's like a comedy drama. But it's mostly dramatic, and that's basically how the film is. It's a decent film, but it kind of felt like it was in too many places at once. The main plot line was basically how it stopped snowing on their mountain in Colombia, and they interpreted that as signifying that soon the world's going to end, and so. He keeps having these weird dreams where he sees this really weird bird, and he's in the middle of a jungle somewhere. And eventually he confronts them, and they tell him that they've been influencing his dreams and all that through some bizarre way, I guess shamanic ritual, whatever. And he's all depressed and confused, so he can't really even save himself. He basically says that. So anyway, we find out they have to go to New York City and save this bird's nest. And if he does that, then he can save the mountain and the world won't end. It's really kind of a stupid plot, really. And beside that, it also focuses on his life. His life. Aside from the main plot, focuses on his old wife or ex-girlfriend, and it also focuses on his family, his mother, and his gay Buddhist brother, played by Steve Buscemi. Strange, but true. And there's a lot of kind of funny scenes involving them, and also dramatic. And his father committed suicide or something, and he's angry at his family over that and all that stuff. And I guess it's basically trying to show that he needs to save himself before he can save the world. That's basically the whole gist of that whole subplot, I suppose. But anyway, it seems kind of forced and unnecessary. And also, you wonder why they needed him to go to New York City and save the bird. What's so why do you have to do that? It could have been any gun. They could have went to New York City and done that if they needed to. It seems kind of a stupid plot. It doesn't make any sense to me. And there could have been a romance between him and the woman who translated for the shamans, but there was never any romance between them. It went nowhere. Lots of things are hinted at or encouraged, but never go anywhere. And it's it just felt like a really dumb, pointless movie. Mostly, didn't really do anything for me at all. Rob Schneider. I guess I appreciate him for going for more depth in his usual stuff, but overall it just didn't really go anywhere. It just felt stupid. Although I guess the scenes that where they showed him in the jungle and really quite beautiful, like when that woman was also very nice and friendly, and it had some good elements. But overall, it was a dumb movie. So I'll give it basically a 2 out of 5. Mostly for like the whole shamanic spiritual element to it. I really enjoyed that aspect of the film. But overall, it wasn't really all that good. And I think that Rob Schneider should really stick to his more like comedic stuff, because he's not really any good here. I enjoyed Big Stan and all the movies like that, but this was just sorry, Rob Schneider. But you shouldn't go movies like this. It just isn't your thing, I'm afraid. So you can comment below, tell me what you think. Excuse me. Alright, thanks for listening.